Hey guys! So, it has come to my attention as I've, gotten older and settled into my own home. We've lived in our this house for, it'll be 5 years in June. And before that we lived in a condo, like an apartment kind of condo, together for a couple of years. And the thing is, with living in a house and really settling into being a housewife and sort of running a household, is that the kitchen is really the most used room in the house. First of all, eating is a very important part of anybody's day. And preparing meals, or even just eating already prepared meals, a lot of that takes place in the kitchen. So there's a lot of time spent in the kitchen. It's also a high traffic area because people come in and out of the kitchen all the time to get water, to get a snack, to just see somebody else or like catch up or something. It happens a lot that's where the family kind of merges together. And in my house, my kitchen is directly across the hallway from our mudroom, which is a little room that's sort of, that's like where our garage is connected. So that's where we come in, that's where we store all of our coats, and my dog's crate is in there, and that's where I keep my purse, and dog keeps his wallet and keys and stuff, so it's right there. So a lot of the times when we're bringing stuff in from the cars and stuff, everything gets dumped in the kitchen. So not only is the kitchen sort of like a dumping ground of sorts, it's also a high traffic area, and it's also a place where I personally, and I think like lots of people, spend a lot of their time. And a lot of kitchens nowadays are designed with that in mind, and many designers will incorporate many offices of sorts into kitchens, either like an office closet or a actual alcove with a desk, or a place where a desk kind of could fit, if you know what I mean. Now, my kitchen was not designed with that in mind, and there really is no place to put a desk in here that would keep the room flowing. And I really think if I were ever able to design my own kitchen, that I would most definitely incorporate a desk into it. Maybe a little nook of some sorts to kind of, push it back so it doesn't come out into the kitchen, doesn't take up kitchen prime real estate, but it is part of the kitchen and can act as a mini office of sorts, because I feel like a lot of the times your kitchen kind of turns into an office. I have a beautiful office just upstairs, but I spend, like I said, a lot of time in the kitchen, cooking, cleaning, greeting, chit-chatting, whatever, eating, all of those things. And because of that, stuff accumulates here. So I have come up with some systems of organization to kind of have a mini office of sorts in my kitchen, but have it not be totally messy or everything out on the counter or noticeable. And I have also come up with some systems where I can conceal and quickly tuck away and easily tuck away items that might be more office-y sorts of items. When we're having guests or people over or a party or something, it's easy for me to put this stuff away because I have kind of designed an organizational system around that. So I'm going to take you in and show you the elements of my kitchen that I have designed for that purpose, and then I'll come back and talk to you a little bit more about why I do that, and I hope you guys enjoy. Today I wanted to show you an area of my kitchen that's what I would consider a high traffic area and requires some organizational components to stay neat and tidy for the most part, and also to make it easier to tidy up things that I leave out normally but wouldn't leave out when I have guests over quickly and efficiently. So first of all, here I am. I'm standing sort of between my kitchen and my breakfast nook. That's the area of the house I'm standing in. This is a little bar counter area we have that sort of separates the two rooms. And this chair that I'm pointing the camera at right now is the chair I personally sit at whenever I eat breakfast or snacks or lunch. At dinner we sit at the table, but those other meals when I'm generally eating by myself, this is where I sit. And this is sort of my desk away from a desk. I think if I designed my own kitchen, I would design it with a desk in it. I think that's a great thing for any mother, housewife, whatever person who spends a lot of time in the kitchen to have, even if you have a separate office, to have a sort of place in your kitchen that can serve as a mini office of sorts, because the kitchen is like basically, at least for me, it's where I spend a lot of my time. You'll have to excuse my voice and sniffles. I have a bit of a cold, but anyway, so most of the time I have these items out on the counter because I just use them a lot, but I also have a really easy way to put them away. So first of all, I have my MacBook Air computer. It's a little laptop. It's got a sticker on it, that's what that is, but it's a Mac. My iPad, whatever version of the Tone It Up nutrition plan that I'm working through, and right now it's the Beach Babe edition. My phone, the mouse for the computer, my Filofax with my daily to-dos and project management, and those are the things I generally have out on the counter. I try not to have too much else out on the counter because I just like it to be neater, but I'm not so uptight that I can't have some things out, because it'd be really annoying to take those things in and out of a container, even a very conveniently located container, several times a day when I really use them a lot. I basically only put them away if we're having company or guests, or Don and I are making like a dinner, or I'm baking or something, or I need my counter space really clear. So I do have more things that I like to access, but I don't, like I said, I don't like to have a lot more else out on the counter, and I also wanted a place to put these items easily when I wanted to put them away. So what I did is I got this bin at the Container Store. I believe they still have it. It's from the Tribeca line. It's like a woven, it almost feels like seatbelt material, but it's this really pretty dark brown. What I like about this bin is it's very large, but it fits perfectly on one stool. Nobody really ever sits on this end stool anyway. And when tucked in to the under the counter, it really isn't terribly noticeable. It camouflages nicely. Now, in the event that we do have company, that bin goes in the mudroom closet to, open up the chairs and not have bins out that are not necessary to a party. But this is an important thing that I use every day. I've had it for about 9 months or so now, been using it. Like I said, I'll sit here a lot, and then I'll just kind of rotate this stool out like this, as you can see, like when I'm having breakfast or whatever, and I need to access some of the contents of the bin. And these are some of my less frequently used items, but still frequently used enough that I don't want to put them like in a drawer or farther away. I like having them close, easy access. So first off, I have the current Tone It Up calendar just tucked into the part of the bin. This is just part of the support of the bin, so I can keep on top of that. Any catalogs that I'm currently looking through or have to look through yet. And then things I kind of use on a mostly daily basis. My favorite Simple Abundance Day Book of Comfort and Joy, my daily morning read. There's my journal, my running journal, a daily running inspirational book. And then I have my food journal is in here, a Pandora catalog that's just kind of random, and then this little coupon holder from Martha Stewart staple line. And then I also, in here, have a couple of books that I'm working on, reading through at the moment. And then at the bottom, I actually have a, let's see, I have, oh yes, I need to remember to order new furniture covers from Outdoor Furniture, so I just tore that out of a catalog. And then I also have, this is a keyboard accessory for my iPad. So these are things, like I said, that I don't need out on the counter all the time because they're not all, I don't use them all day, every day, but I do use them frequently enough that I want to have easy access to them. And I just have a couple of pads of paper on the side, some lip balm and hand creams, and those are actually little binoculars because sometimes we get little bunnies in the backyard and I like to not scare them but still see them closer up. This is a cleaner, a polishing cleaner for my iPad and iPhone. And then I have a whole bunch of different sizes and styles of Post-it notes, sticky flags. I have some markers and then some pens and highlighters. And then a little friend from Disney World. So you can see, this is like basically, if I had this all on the counter, it would look really, really cluttered. And what I really love about this bin, like I mentioned before, is that all of these things very easily tuck into the bin. So I'm going to show you what I mean. First of all, I can put my Filofax right there, and my mouse can go in there, and my iPad, like so. Actually, I'm going to put it right there. And my MacBook Air computer can go like so. And this actually has a spot in my credenza there, as you can see, actually right there, those toned up binders. But I actually think, yep, I can fit it. And I can also, then I would take the charger from my computer and wind it up and stick it in here as well. So, presto, everything's put away. The counter's clean. That was super easy. I can either tuck the chair back under the stool or put the whole bin. If we're having a party, I would put the whole bin in my mudroom closet, and my mudroom is just right there. So, pretty easy. Like I said, it's just after months and actually years of having a problem of just having too much stuff out and just not liking the way that felt, because I find that clutter kind of has a negative energy that attaches to it. It just having little organizational components like this can really help get through those kind of, not have too much clutter, and also, but still have your most used items accessible to you. Now, another thing I have to sort of aid in my decluttering, but also having things accessible to me, is my magazine baskets, and I just filmed a video on that, so if you're interested, I will put a link to that below. But they're easy access, again, easily movable. If we have guests, I move those over into the mudroom closet as well to just free up more space. And then a couple of other organizational necessities for me in the kitchen is a catch-all basket and the kitchen junk drawer. Now, the catch-all basket doesn't look so neat from the outset, I suppose, but what this is for me is stuff that that needs attending to right away. So instead of having it all laying up on the counter here, on the edge of the counter, all in a jumbled mess, I have a catch-all basket. No, it's not the most attractive, I suppose. I could have gotten another bin with a lid, but this way I can see the things. These are things that need my attention. So this is a project I want to work on to organize, and some things that have to go away, and some manuals of some new appliances that have to be filed, a gift to give to a friend with a puppy, things that have to either go in my purse or somewhere. I need to get a replacement sunglass case for my Chanel glasses because that one got squashed. So those are things I want to see so I remember to, deal with them, but I don't want them, like I said, on a jumbled mess on top of my counter. So the catch-all basket, to me, is just as important as the kind of catch-all bin, but they have two totally different purposes. This is stuff that I use on a more often than not daily basis, but doesn't necessarily need my attention, whereas this needs to be sorted or placed or dealt with, so I want it open so I can see it. And then lastly, for organization in a high traffic area such as the kitchen, the importance of the kitchen junk drawer cannot be overlooked. I think every kitchen should have one. Like I said, if you're not fortunate enough to have an actual desk in your kitchen, and if I ever do get a chance to design my own kitchen, I'm definitely putting a desk area in my actual kitchen. I think it's worth sacrificing one of your kitchen drawers to be, it's almost like a catch-all drawer, but it's called the junk drawer. And this is basically for items that don't necessarily have anything to do with cooking, but are kind of necessary things to have in the kitchen, which is an important part of the house where you spend a lot of time, where you look for things, for easy access because you're in here a lot, and also that are just important high traffic area sorts of things. So for me and in my family, that is what you see here. And it might kind of look like a jumbled mess. It's really not. This is organized. There's just a lot in here and it's very colorful. So that's maybe why it looks a bit jumbled. I'm having so much trouble. But everything has an area and a purpose, and most of the things are sectioned off with drawer organizers. So I have some of these Linus drawer organizers from the Container Store. I've talked about them a lot in different videos. And I'm going to just kind of go around the drawer and just show you. I have flashlights in 2 different sizes and regular scissors. I do have kitchen shears, but they live with the knives in the knife drawer. I have refills at the back for my labeler, and I have a labeler that just lives in the kitchen, and it is labeled kitchen. I also have one that lives in my storage room downstairs and one in my craft room upstairs. That way I don't have to run up and downstairs to get the labeler, because I end up labeling things quite a bit. So these are just sort of necessary things I think to have on hand in a place where you know where they are and can easily access them in the case of a power outage or whatever. Different kinds of tape, toothpicks, and some mini screwdrivers. I do have a toolbox in my mudroom, which is right there, not too far away. But in a pinch, in a hurry, if you just need a little screwdriver, it's there. I have a clothespin. Again, you never know when you need something like that. These are weights to balloons because my dog Winnie loves balloons. But sometimes they come with these clippy things as weights, which she can easily break off with her teeth. And I don't want her to swallow plastic, so I'll put this on instead and let her play with the balloon for a little bit. Supervised only. Lots of lip products, blotting powders, nail files, kind of typical things. Don and I share this stuff. He obviously doesn't use like the stuff with tint, but he does use the lip products. Pens of different kinds, Sharpies, pencils, different kinds of pens. Extra, what do we call these? Oh, paper clips and safety pins, and this is an envelope opener. Different kinds of hand lotion. Don does use hand lotion, but he likes not smelly, girly ones, so I have one for him, the Neutrogena, and then one for me from Bath & Body Works. Calculator, a hairbrush for me, obviously, some different hand sanitizers for different times of year, and bonus hair clips. And this was a piece from one of our outdoor pieces of furniture that once I uncover and clean, we'll have to figure out where that came from. Different kinds and sizes of pads of paper and sticky notes. The train schedule. Also, like I said, my labeler. I have a lighter for candles, and this is a box cutter I use to open packages. Matches, shout wipes, and the natural version of shout wipes. These are great. I actually find these work better than shout wipes. These are called stain erasers by Naturally Clean. You can get them at the Whole Foods. That's where I found mine. I have my pill box with all my daily supplements, and I refill it once a week and just keep it here for easy access. Tape measure, binder clips, paper clips, smaller sticky notes. These are extra key rings and keys. Sunscreen, floss. This is a cleaner for a screen of like an iPhone or an iPad. Backup gum and mints and cough drops and face cream just in case in a pinch, like I said, and some airborne. So you see, this is just sort of random stuff that you might need in the kitchen, and that's why it gets a whole drawer dedicated to it. I also always keep a little cash in case of emergency, in case you're out of cash and you need it, you don't have time to stop at the bank, or if you get delivery or something, you don't have cash, you got some cash. So those are sort of my kitchen essentials for organization. They're just 4 different kinds of catch-alls, really. The kitchen drunk drawer, the open basket, the closed bin, and then the magazine basket system. And that is how I keep my kitchen organized with everything I might need, easily accessible. Here's another important catch-all for Winnie. This is Winnie's bed that looks out to our backyard and patio. We have a lot of animals and things going on, so she likes to sit here. She also has a bed, I kid you not, about 20 feet away in the kitchen, but that's where she sits when she's watching me cook, me or Don. This is where she sits sort of when I'm eating breakfast or lunch, or if she just wants to look out the window. And this is what we call her victory bed. So any of the toys that she's currently very possessful of and thinks she has conquered, she brings triumphantly into this bed. So this is Winnie's catch-all in the kitchen. And she just wanted you to know that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my little tour of sort of my catch-all areas. I guess that's really what I've been calling them. It's my mini office in a kitchen. It's my mini kitchen office. Yes, in bins and baskets. And I never underestimate the importance of functional and beautiful baskets, bins, drawer organizers. These things, they might seem excessive sometimes, and yes, you can definitely like repurpose old things or decorate something for less, but I find that finding very attractive, streamlined products like this can last me a long, long time, be beautiful, functional, and not disrupt the kind of flow of the design of my house. And that's really what I look for in organizational components that are to be displayed more often than not. So having this system, and I've really had, the kitchen drunk drawer I've had since forever, in our condo and in our home. And then, before when we lived in a condo, and then when we moved into our home. And the little catch-all basket at the end, also something I've implemented since we've lived in this house. And then the most recent additions being the magazine baskets and the bin that has all of my, sort of like my mini office in a bin. Those I've had for probably about the past 6 or 8 months or so. The magazine basket I've had longer, but I just redid that, as you saw. I'll post a link to that video below if you guys are interested. But those have just sort of further helped keep things less cluttered, more organized, and easier to put away. I know when we're having a party or guests come over, I don't have to scramble around grabbing lots of things and shoving them into places. No, they already have a home. And so I just have to pick that home up and put the home, like the bin or the basket or whatever, in the closet, like I said. So, I hope this was helpful to some of you. Maybe you got some ideas, some inspiration from it. Let me know if you do something similar in your kitchen, or if you're one of the lucky few who has a desk in their kitchen. Good for you. I hope to join that club someday. Oh, wow, I just realized I'm really, really white. Sorry, there we go. I look more like a normal color now. I'm not a ghost, I promise. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to be coming back with an check-in. Will be my next video. I'm going to be in Utah for a couple of weeks, so I don't have a chance to work on projects at home, but I might be posting some highly requested videos soon when I get back in May that aren't necessarily big organizational projects, but some more requested videos that don't require a big overhaul project for me at home, because I'm apparently very busy suddenly and always. But yeah, we're doing a lot of traveling for the next like 5 months or so, and I'm gonna have to figure out what is actually gonna be manageable in terms of time. But that's why I have a project management part of my file of facts and can really think through those things. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, please leave comments if you feel like sharing anything, and I'll see you guys real soon. Thanks for watching. Take care, you guys. Bye.